welcome to the Brenda Perryman Show. This is really Table Talk with Brenda Perryman, and I have all these goods, and the goods belong to my guest, Zana from Spectacles Detroit. Good morning, Zana.
Good morning, Brenda. Thank you for having us back.
Oh, of course, I want to have you back. I, you know, I guess you're kind of on a farewell tour, huh? Is that what they call it? A
I guess
farewell?
we could call it
Well,
that.
you're not really fare thee welling, but you're you're changing locations. I have to put on the sunglasses. Oh,
Yeah, round frames have been really, really popular. We've been seeing a lot of mirror tints, such as this pair that I have here.
oh, those are back in the old days when I
Yeah,
was a kid coming up. They had
a
those
lot of
mirror.
70s influence. A lot of bright colors in our bags and backpacks.
Wow.
We have little 70 novelty items that people are clamoring for. Still, we're selling. We brought some things for the 4th of July. We
Oh
brought
well,
you.
we'll talk about
We
all
got
of
some
that.
stars and stripes
And look at
because
the
this is
sky.
America.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I
this is
heard.
like a bandana. So we brought this, and then I brought you. We now have our Soul Detroit T-shirts as tank tops.
Oh wow, I
Brought you a tank
love
top.
my Soul Detroit sweatshirt.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, Zana, there was an article in the paper that said you will be moving. Oh, that's cute. It was a little kid. Or
Well, we bring the small ones for display, but I got one for you.
oh,
I got
isn't that
one for
nice?
you.
My diet will have me that small. Um, okay, let's tell our audience a little bit about what's going to be going on. You've been there 31 years.
Since 1984.
Wow, wow. And you selected that location, which has been a very popular location.
It seems that way, but it's really off the beaten path because we're at 230 East Grand River, which is the side street. We're like right around the corner from the YMCA
Right.
and across from Opera House parking.
And a lot of things are happening in that neck of the woods, right?
Oh boy, it's very exciting right now because we've got a new gallery in the alleyway right across Broadway called The Belt. And people can just peruse up and down the alley and look at art. A lot more people are walking, are living and working in downtown Detroit. So it's been kind of exciting.
So you've been in that building 31 years, and it was sold?
Well, I was told that the building was sold and that we would have 30 days to vacate. Um, that was, I think, on the 9th of June. The
That's my
9th of June,
birthday.
yeah.
I'm sorry. That's
Yeah.
my
So we've been getting a great response from our
mm,
clients, a lot of well wishers, a lot of support from different local officials to try to help us decide exactly what we should do next, whether we should relocate. I'm just looking at whether or not brick and mortar is the
the way to go.
answer.
The
Yeah,
way to
because
go.
with online sales, we do have our website, which is spectaclesdetroit.com, and we've gotten such a great response on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Our Spec Detroit on Instagram. So, gosh, right now it's hard for me to be sad because we're getting so much attention
I know.
like
I
never
know.
before.
I know. And people are coming in, and you posted pictures of some of the young people, and that's why I love to see the young people coming in and getting articles. Because let's kind of go through this. You have things that nobody else has.
Now this has been a real popular item too. Now this pair of shades has the bamboo
Oh
temples.
yes.
So wood grain frames are real popular right now, as well as the round frames. So this one with the wood grain comes as a personality frame or a shade. Spectacles is always known for having eyewear. People like to come through and get personality frames and sunglasses, and that's been our staple item over the years. That's what we started with was designer frames.
Right, that's what you told me. That's why you named it spectacles.
Well, that and we sold to a lot of entertainers that like to go on stage and make spectacles of themselves.
Oh,
So
like
it had a
I've done
twofold
today.
meaning.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's funny you say that because my mother always said to me, "Don't make a spectacle of yourself."
Well, yeah, but
And
sometimes if you're selling, you got to do that.
yeah, you do.
And
You
another
do.
one of our new items is our 313 Detroit. This one glows in the dark, and this has been the latest addition.
Oh, the shirt. 313 Detroit.
Yeah, so this one you can pick up at the store, and a real popular T-shirt is our "I Love Black People" T-shirt,
I love black
and this
people.
is worn by all nationalities.
Right.
They come by and pick this
Right.
up. Kid Rock wore this on Run's house, and we had a run on the T-shirt at that time.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Yeah, he and that that Confederate flag he's dealing with.
Red being a real hot
Yeah.
color, with the Fourth of
Red's a
July.
good color.
Yeah, red is really, really hot now.
I've been looking at this.
Yeah, that's our. You want to have a little fun on the 4th of July
This is
and represent.
oh
You can
wow.
just, get a scarf and tie
Not
it.
just this 4th of July, anytime, but this is the 4th of
Well, that'd
July.
be good for a white party.
Right. Wow.
And we have, a lot of red headwear. We have our five panels from Publish, one of our main brands at the store. We're doing a lot of floral prints and bucket hats and in 5 panels.
Floral prints. This
Yeah,
is
that comes in
very
about five
feminine too.
different floral prints. And men wear those too.
The
Men
floral.
are wearing flowers and pink.
Oh, wow. These are leather. These feel
Well,
like leather.
they're leather like they're to look like they're snakeskin.
Wow.
And they all have matching T-shirts. And then men again are wearing a lot more accessories. Now these
I
are
like
handmade.
that idea.
We have a young man named Andre who made each one of these, and he painted it. This you notice is the Mitt of Michigan. So this is each one is individually hand carved, and these come in brown and in black.
These are all Michigan.
Yeah, so these
This
are
is beautiful.
a great little item, very reasonable, where men can, support where they're from. Then, of course, we always have the traditional onks. We do onks in black, ivory, natural wood.
And it's a small store, and she has so much stuff in it.
Yeah, it's really hard. It was hard to decide what to bring, but I wanted to show a few of the accessories and the Soul Detroit.
So, how much longer are you going to be at that spot?
Well, we anticipate being there until the end of the month. Our anniversary, our
End of
31
the
year.
month is next week.
Well, the end of July, I
Oh,
meant to say.
okay.
Um, we have our 31-year anniversary July 14th. We're doing Tuesday Smooth Days, which is every Tuesday in July, courtesy of the Virgil Car Center. We'll be out in the park. They call it Harmony Park, Paradise Valley, depending on who you are and how old you are. So, right downtown in the park, we got Collective Peace for our anniversary, which is
Yeah,
July
Lakeisha
14th.
Johnson and Daryl.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And Chris, the keyboard player,
Chris Cody.
I'm trying to think, Chris Crosby.
Oh,
Chris
okay.
Crosby is a good friend and a customer, and we've been working together over the years. So he got the band together, and along with Ladero, they got Amp Fiddler and
Oh,
Zoe
wow.
to perform also on the
Wow.
14th. So it's going to be a really, really nice event for our 31-year anniversary, and we're asking all our customers and patrons to come and wear their Soul Detroit T-shirts. So it could be a great photo opportunity for us too. In addition to that, the following week on the 21st, Brandon Williams is going to be
Oh, I know
performing.
Brandon. Yeah.
And we have Brandon's album in the
Album.
store.
Mhm.
I think I
And you
brought a
have
copy
Ken
of it.
Coleman's book
Yeah,
too.
Brandon Williams. The first week in July, we got Javant. And then we have Yasmina and the Jazzy Soul the last week in July. This is Ken Coleman's new book,
Soul
Soul
on
on
the
Air.
Air.
And
And he mentions
And he mentions Brenda Perryman on the back. And then he has that wonderful photograph of Martha
Martha
Jean
Jean.
McQueen.
Isn't that
Turn it
beautiful?
around so isn't
Yeah,
that a
I had
beautiful
him on
photograph?
last week, and we talked about it.
Hmm.
YBI, I gave this book to my son-in-law. He loves this book.
It sells over and over again. I brought Ken's other book that we've been selling, Million
Million dollars
Dollars
worth
Worth
of
of Nerve.
nerve. Yeah.
So, Spectacles has been a great place for our local talent, artists, writers to bring their merchandise and be able to sell it and have it on display. Similar to Burt's, we give local celebrities and artists a venue and an outlet. And so people seek us out, international people as well as people from all over the country.
I love this backpack.
Yep, that's another one representing the Stars and Stripes. We try to hit on the holidays that are going on. So we just brought a few things.
Wow. And
Now I brought a few other local artists,
oh,
Valid and Super MC. Of course, here's Ladero. And
super.
these are Zoe, who's going to be performing with Collective Peace on July 14th in
Mm,
Harmony Park. And he's the native Detroiter, along
right.
with Amp Fiddler.
Right. Wow, that's fabulous. And up here you have some bags.
Yeah, we got all these bags that they're kind of 70s inspired. Lots of colorful bags and,
We love these coming
yeah,
up in the 70s. We love these because you could just put everything in them.
it kind of makes you think of Janis Joplin,
Yeah.
Jimi Hendrix. So if you're in New York, you'll see a lot of 70s influence right now. Everything goes in cycles. And then we
Well,
have,
see, when you leave your house in New York, you don't know when you'll get back, so you need these big bags. Here we could kind of run home and do this and that. In New York, with the public transportation, people come to a place, they bring their big bag, they're able to stay all day.
hmm
This is nice, and now it's almost to a point we could do that downtown.
yes, when we get the N1 rail.
Yeah, that rail is causing me to get the vapors. Anyway, these are bags. These are all bags,
Yeah,
and I
they
love
come
those
different
hats.
sizes and they also come as backpacks. The bucket hats, I just brought those because I want people to know that we do have things that are affordable. Those go for $6 and $8.
Really?
A lot of our sunglasses are just at $15. So we have things that are cost effective. Where people can have the shopping experience. And I wanted people to know that we've got great prices now that we're going to be moving and
Oh, yeah.
relocating somewhere.
I Now, what are you going to do? Do you think you're going to do the brick and mortar, or do you want to just go online? I know you have your website, spectaclesdetroit.com.
SpectaclesDetroit.com. Um, I really want to take my time. I've had
Yeah.
so many great offers from neighboring cities and individuals that are going to be developing land downtown and near downtown, some of the main veins, Grand River, Gratiot. But I really do feel that, I'll be able to get my customers to follow me. That's what they're telling me,
Yeah.
wherever I go.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to wait and see what type of offers I get. And who knows? I was just telling the press that you never know. I haven't met the new owners, but they could want me to stay. Wouldn't that be something?
I know. Wouldn't that be something?
So we're optimistic, and Detroit has been so good to me. I just know, kind of like what Bert said, it's in God's hands. But after 31 years, I have nothing to complain about. Everything's been
Right.
so good.
Right. 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 And people love you. I know people, young people, and that's what I was so happy about. So many young people. They just relate to you, they relate to the store, and all of that. I mean, that's really important. Do you know back in the day, the 60s, that we used to wear bucket hats a lot? I mean, I
No,
did.
I didn't know anything. I don't know anything about the 60s.
Well, I do. I do. I'll admit it. I do.
Okay. Well,
But I
everything
used to.
goes into in cycles. You'll see fashion come in and go out.
And they said don't throw
Over and
anything
over again.
away. don't throw anything away. Yeah, I was trying to get my YBI book back from my son-in-law, and it's because it's hilarious. I
right.
mean, it's hilarious to
I
me.
mean, that book sells over and over again. We've been selling it for about 15 years. And I have a young lady coming in today for Ken Coleman's book. And she said, I want to get the YBA book. Does that sound familiar to you? And I told her, I said, oh, you must mean the YBI book. And she's from France, but she knows about the YBI book. So it is a book that has a cult following, and along with that, of course, we have Obama's books in the store. We have Think and Grow Rich and things that are the Art of War. So we have a lot of books that are about the black experience, but also about life and how you can make your life better.
Oh, absolutely. And you've made so many people's lives better with the how much do these scarves run?
Oh, those scarves are, well, that one is yours, Brenda. I just want you to have
I
that
was
one.
gonna
But they're
buy.
very reasonable, about $15, something
These
like
are
that.
just, I mean, right now we have to state who we are. We are Americans, and thank you. Golly,
Well,
oh,
I wouldn't
this is
want to be born
beautiful.
from any other place. This is another one of our
Oh my,
mirrored round frames.
see things that you
This
cannot
being
see everywhere. These are gorgeous.
one of the number one sellers at the store, the mirror round frames.
Cookie. No, now I'm really going back to the old days. These are wonderful, Zana. And a lot of people, when they heard you were moving or that you had those days to move, because I saw it online or something like that. I said, no, everybody started screaming, not Zana. Because you are a staple. You are the community. You are the community.
Well, it's kind of like Belle Isle and people being upset about the way the situation is at Belle Isle, but we have to
Move with the
honor
times.
honor the things that mean something to us, and we have to support them. We can't just wait until something happens and then
That's it.
start jumping up
Yeah,
and
I
down.
know. I
So
know.
we really appreciate the outpouring of support that we're getting at this time, but gosh, it's been a long time coming. And being in a construction site over the last 5 or 6 years with them improving things, and now the M1 rail, it's very difficult for retailers and businesses in the downtown area
I wonder
to
about that.
sustain, because people get confused. They don't want a detour, and there are a lot of
And then
detours. And
parking is sometimes not good.
yeah, parking is an issue too. So ideally, I think I would like to have my own building with my own parking lot. That would be nice. Be a destination spot, a destination spot, and just stand on my own 2 feet and be more or less in command of my own destiny, which is kind of like what Bert was saying. You don't want to work for somebody when you're an entrepreneur. And see, when people are entrepreneurs, they don't really think like entrepreneurs. An entrepreneur, you want to keep your business moving forward. I always tell people, one captain, one ship. Because you don't want your ship going all over the place. You want to keep it on a steady course. So you have to have, you know, uh, a person that is at the helm.
Helm.
And, it's hard to really let everybody know what you're doing, because as an entrepreneur and an owner of a business, your company is only as strong as your biggest secret. So you have to keep some things on the down low. Like
Right.
when you're playing poker, you hold your
Right.
cards
You
close.
gotta hold them close.
Hold them close.
My mother has a saying. She says, "Don't let your left hand know what your right hand's doing." And sometimes that is very,
It's
very
very true.
good,
Yeah.
because sometimes you end up sabotaging
Mhm.
yourself, and you don't want to do that.
Yeah, you have
But
to be careful.
people, we're a reactionary city in many ways. Unfortunately, we have Adelia on the line. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Hi, Zana. This is
Hi.
Ann. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I just wanted to let you know that I'm a downtown person too. and have operated on a couple of different fronts as business persons for many years, as you may well know, as a graphics person. And I think that we really need to have a discussion about how we're going to maintain our stability in this type of climate where we have white and foreign billionaires just snapping up our stability, our livelihoods are being ill affected greatly. And I'm very concerned about it because it's starting to happen to me as we speak. I'm being invited out of my space politely. And, I don't know how we're going to address it as black people. We tend to be in the underdog capacity, unfortunately, even when we're at the top of the heap in these situations, as you understand what I'm saying. Because you've been in operation for a long time as a boutique owner, and you've made it through all levels of change going on in our town. And I just need to know what we're needing to start trying to say something more publicly about these matters because they can be nice, nasty, and put us out of our environment without any kind of recourse. I mean, giving you 90 days may have at least been halfway civil. And I think that there needs to be some kind of support in this effort. I don't know if the Black Chamber is at that level where they're trying to help black businesses for real. I mean, we can get billions of dollars or millions if we sue these people properly, or if we go, maybe we can go and ask Detroit partnerships to give us $3 million and just start renovating a building like they're giving these white guys down here. And, something is really wrong. And I really do think we need to start having another level economic inequality and instability discussion with the public. So I appreciate your effort, and you hang in there, and I hope that we can talk again because I really don't like this regentrification. It doesn't feel very good at all. It feels very unhealthy and very unfair because we're not, struggle people. We're not out here doing wrong. We're trying to stay in the business. And so I just wanted to let you know that I'm in the thick of trying to deal with it as we speak with this French-Canadian group that bought this
Where
building
are
that
you
I'm in now.
located?
Where are you located, Ann?
I'm over on First Street. It's actually a residential building, but it has a couple of businesses functioning in it, and it's right off of near the MGM Grand Casino.
Oh, I
They've
see.
they got 14 million getting ready to drop on full renovation, and I'm happy about those types of things. But they don't even include us in some of those type of activities. There's one or two architects that get work in this town, black ones, and that's about it. It's really getting to be a problem with the professional African Americans in Detroit getting railroaded out of their livelihoods. And we can't really even do anything because some of the ones that want to be in the mix, they can't say anything. They want to fit in and all that. But we're not even close to getting a $500,000, $2 million, $4 million, $20 million for projects anymore. It is really becoming a problem. And I don't know if we're going to win this game or we're going to just go and move into the hood and be happy, because that's kind of what they seem to be pushing you to do, Zana. Go move in the hood and get a shop. There's all of this property all over in the hood. I
No,
think
well,
it's
she
kind of
didn't say
rude, to be
that.
honest.
She didn't say that.
Well, I don't really have a problem with the hood. I don't have a
Right.
problem putting my business wherever I have to put it, whether it be online or it be on Dexter. I've had a store on Dexter. I've had a
Right.
store
Yes,
on
I know.
7 Mile Road. Um, I think, we have to get into owning. We can't sit around crying about the fact that we don't own the building. I mean, if I'm on a month to month lease or a month to month rental agreement, I know what my fate is as a business person. And then, you have the choice whether to stay on that month to month agreement or get yourself into a better situation. Now, to get yourself into a better situation, that's an individual's call. If you're renting from someone, you know that your days could be numbered. So therefore, it's about owning if you want to make that commitment. And as black people, commitment is something that we have to make. And I don't see a lot of people making commitments. I just hear a lot of people complaining. I don't see a lot of people actually getting together and supporting one another's. So, I don't see any
Yes.
reason in crying over spilt milk. You got to put yourself in a situation where you have the stability that you need. For me, when this will be the third person to buy my building, I had to decide, well, do I want to deal with this new owner, or do I want to move? But after 31 years, and being successful in my location, and knowing what's been going over on the last 3 or 4 years, what is the big deal? You know,
Well, I
nothing
think
is
that if
nothing
I
is
may say
really
this, and then I'll hang
things
up,
aren't jumping up and
I
down
wanted to just say
downtown.
one the last thing about the money and the unfairness of distribution of wealth. Because if we could come
Well, you
together,
got to get
like
involved, though,
Reverend
Ann.
Holly is trying to make us do, he's trying to force wealthy blacks to come together to buy a building downtown. And all of the rigmarole we have to go through to even try to do that, I think that we are still growing economically into our wealth. And it is a struggle.
Is
It's
this
not as
Ann
simple as
Smith?
letting the law just take us and throw us around
Excuse,
like a rag doll
Is this are
because we
you?
don't have
Is this
those
Ann
advantages of
Smith,
being
the
able to
artist?
secure $2 million at one time.
she was asking, is this Ann Smith, the artist?
Yes.
Oh, I thought I recognized your voice. Okay, I'm just double
But thank
checking
you. I just
because you.
wanted to have a discussion about it in an intelligent way centered around this wealth inequality because it goes to that level for me. It's not that, oh, you got a month to month, now you got to go. That's really basic. Deeper level, we can't access a group of wealthy people together of color to build a building or get a building because Reverend Holly's been crying that for a while now. And
Did you
I've
hear
been
what
trying to
Bert
call,
Deering
and I
said?
talked to him about it, and he says that we can't seem to get sturdy enough to do these things.
And
And so that's another
and
level talk.
and she asked you a question. Did you?
Yes.
Did you hear what Bert Deering said about the men that he tried to get together to help him with his situation in terms of buying his building? Did you see that
You
part
know,
of the interview?
I did not, I missed some of that part of his interaction. I was over there with my mom and a lady friend the other day, and we ran into him, and actually Ed Vaughn was here. You know, he's in Alabama now. And we were standing around having a general conversation about some of this process. And
So,
so I missed that part of his talk. But I think that it's because it's two of you all at this level in the mainstream of our town. That's a challenge in itself. You know, it's like I feel like we're in the 60s sometimes when only a few of us, on one hand, are in the mainstream, and we're barely there. And then now we're getting ready to get tossed away. I have a problem with that. It's like we're in the 60s or something, economically speaking, and we need to
well,
try to
Ann,
grow ourselves to another level, but we will have to be in some type of unity, and that can
well,
be a challenge
that's a
too.
community. That's a conversation. There are a lot of people who meet. There's a conversation that can be had because we have to. I agree with Zana. Bert said he got some people he thought were going to help him out. Then they wanted so much. Sometimes change encourages us to do some things we didn't think we'd do, but it may open up some other doors for you. You never know how it manifests itself. And I appreciate your call. I really do.
Yes.
And it's about time for me to,
All right.
wrap it
Thank
up.
you for your time, and then
Thank
you
you
hang
very
tough
much.
and
Thanks for
let me
calling, Ann.
know. I text you, inbox you on the Facebook. Let me know if you guys are going to have another level of discussion on a more national front because I've already started pursuing that with two of my engineering business owner friends. So
Okay.
I'm moving, in the professional
Thank,
sector
thank,
quietly, but I'm starting to become more vocal about this.
thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
But you said something very true. If you're renting, it's just like renting a home
Hmm.
or an apartment. If they change hands, because I've seen it happen. I've seen the I have been in New
Well,
York.
that's what GM did when they bought the Renaissance Center.
Right,
You know,
right.
they changed all the rules for as far as parking on Coble Hall, parking at the Millender Center. And a lot of people had to vacate the Renaissance Center.
Absolutely.
I have a friend that's a dentist that's had to move twice. That big plumbing building on Woodward, the one that had the hammer.
Oh yeah.
Dr. David Hill, he had to move his office. Now he's in the new center area. He had to move his office from the Renaissance Center when GM went in there and decided that they would have all their offices. But now you see they're trying to lease again because they found out they didn't need that much space. So people are now being able to get spaces in the Renaissance Center. So sometimes it's a waiting game. A lot of the things that are going on downtown may not work, and some other things may open up. And someone of color or another ethnic background may be able to get a space,
Right.
because it's early yet.
Yes. Yes.
What you have to do is be diligent and keep your eyes open.
And your ear to the ground, your
Right.
eyes open and your ear to
But
the
you got to
ground.
be involved. I just hate people complaining and you haven't seen them in years.
Right.
Where you been?
Right. Get involved. Well, Zainab, what are your store hours?
Well, our basic hours are noon to 6. We try to stay open till 8 on Friday and Saturdays. And we open on Sundays when there's an event. We just had a techno festival in the park,
Right.
and we were open on Sunday from 1 to 7. So
You're right off Broadway.
230 East Grand River, right near the YMCA, around the corner
Right around the corner.
from Punch Bowl Social and
Right,
Buffalo
right.
Wild Wings and all those wonderful restaurants that we just got in
They
downtown
just
Detroit.
came. Yeah. Yeah. I
But
remember.
thank you so much, Brenda, for having
Oh,
me on
this
your
is
show.
just great. You have so many things, and when I look at this, of course, I'm taken back to the '60s, and
The Key of Life.
we're going to start wrapping up. Zana, whatever you decide to do, whatever you decide
I hope
to
you'll
do.
have me back so I can
Oh,
tell everybody.
Oh, girl, you have an open. I have an open door policy with you, so we let everybody know. But you take your time and you make up your mind. Don't
Okay.
let everybody. Everybody starts talking to you when you got to make a decision. Don't you find that?
Yes, and they have a lot of suggestions for me, but I'm listening to everybody because you never know where the great idea is going to come from. It doesn't always come from me.
Right, right. But don't be prodded. You make up your mind.
Let me invite people out again on our 31-year anniversary in Harmony Park with Collective Peace featuring Amp Fiddler and Zoe
Wow, that's going to
from
be
Foreign
great.
Exchange. Yeah.
That's going to be a great.
6
That's an
o'clock
all-day
after
thing.
work,
Are you
6
going
to
to be
9.
over there in?
And the store will be open. We'll have a DJ in the store. We're going to have everybody wear their Soul Detroit t-shirt. It's going to
Food.
be quite an event. There'll be food vendors out there,
Well,
too.
of course, I always look for that. And I think I'm going to go park at the. I can park right next to the car center.
Yeah, this is the tank top I brought you.
Oh,
This one
is
is a little
too
bigger.
cute. This I could do this. I could do this.
Yeah.
Soul Detroit, and we do have soul in Detroit. What is that one?
This is
That's
the
your
I Love Black
I
People.
love black people. Oh, and I'm just covering up my mic. Everybody, catch us next week. We're gonna have a great show. I know a lot of people are going to be celebrating the holidays, so let's have a safe one too. See you next week. Thank you so
Thanks,
much,
Brenda.
Zana.